Hello, Ho Chunk Nation and Facebook fitness friends. Happy last workout of the year 2020. Let's make this a great one. I hope you all had a wonderful year so far, almost over. So let's end this year on a positive note. What we're going to do today for our class is a little bit of yoga, a little bit of Pilates, kind of a combo class. So you won't necessarily need any specific equipment. The equipment that I'm going to use today is just to add intensity. So all you really have to have in terms of the necessities for today's workout would be a clear space to exercise, a mat if you have one, and then of course to add intensity, I have a stability ball. It's not necessary. I will show you options to do the workout with and without the ball. So no worries. Today we have about 3 cycles of this workout. We're going to do each cycle 2 times, combining the first cycle more yoga based and then working more into the Pilates once our muscles are warmed up. If you have a mat, that's also a good idea to put that down. I have a chair just if you have problems with balance, or if you're just not having a great balance day, go ahead and use a chair or countertop. Unless you have a ballet bar on your wall for some reason, you can certainly use that as well. And if anyone can see my friend Frank, dogs are optional, just makes the workout extra fun. So as always, remember to exercise at your own pace, follow any doctor's recommendations or restrictions in terms of exercise. Always listen to your body and make sure to stay hydrated. And above all, of course, have fun with it. So take a break whenever you guys need to. What we're going to do today, like I said, as promised, is we're going to start off with our more yoga base. So we're going to go ahead. If you have a mat, you're going to stand at the end of your mat. If you don't have a mat, no problem. You just want to stand with your feet about shoulder or hip width apart. So I'm going to stand front view first, and then I'm going to take it to the side of my mat. So feet are hip or shoulder width apart. Our knees are soft, which if you've done classes with me before, you know that just means you have a slight bend in your knees. You want to make sure that your weight is evenly distributed on both your right and your left foot. So in order to do that, a good way to really balance your weight is to rock side to side, keeping those knees soft. And just evenly, like I said, distribute that weight, rock side to side, keep the knees bent, rock back and forth gently, really press the sole of your entire foot into the mat. And excellent. Once you feel grounded or centered, go ahead and open the chest, press the shoulders back, take a deep breath in, inhale, stretch it overhead. Nice deep breath, shoulders stay low, exhale, forward fold, keep the knees soft, drop those arms down. And we roll it up slow, always tucking those glutes under, bringing the low back up first and the shoulders, head and neck last. Excellent. One more time. Inhale, stretch back overhead, shoulders low. Exhale, forward, stick those sits bones out, tabletop. Pretend like I'm standing right in front of you, gently pulling on your fingertips. Make sure to keep those knees soft, so slight bend, dropping down all the way, forward fold. Ragdoll arms, just let all the tension here leave your body through your fingertips. And as we roll it up, do so nice and slow. Tuck the glutes under, bring that low back up first, shoulders, head and neck come up last, open the chest. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take it into our warrior series. I'm going to start with my left side. You can start with whatever side you want to. So I'm going to do a step forward with my left leg. Make sure my knee stays behind my toes as much as possible. I'm going to shift most of my weight, probably about 70% of my weight, to that left foot. I'm going to make sure that the center of my right foot behind me, the center of my right foot lines up with the heel of my left foot. Both knees are soft or bent, arms down at your sides. And we're going to take it into warrior one. We're going to inhale, stretch overhead, long spine, shoulders low, fingertips long here. Inhale, pull the fingertips up, exhale, sink down into it. Again, inhale, fingertips up. Now this time as we exhale, we sink down and we open our chest. So left arm in front, right arm behind to warrior two. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, stretch. Now this time we're going to exhale. We're going to rotate into warrior three. Both arms come in front of me. I'm going to shift again about 70% of my weight to my left foot or my lead foot here. And then I'm going to shift 100%. So just my toes are touching here. Warrior three is very much a balance pose. So this is where if you have a chair, you might need that for support. You can keep the toes down or you can lean into it, point the toe, stretch and lift. Make sure that your supporting knee stays bent. As we inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, sink down. Good again. Inhale, stretch forward. And exhale, sink down. Point that toe, keep that body nice and long. And slowly draw that toe back down. Arms stretch in toward the body and down at your sides. Excellent. Walk those feet back together, heel to toe. And now let's go ahead, switch sides. So I'm going to, again, take my right foot in front of me, left foot behind. So we're going to go into that warrior stance. Heel of my right foot lines up with the center of my left foot. I'm going to make sure my belly button rotates so I'm facing my right knee. Arms at my sides. Inhale, stretch overhead to warrior one. Long spine, shoulders low. Exhale, sink down. Again, inhale, stretch up. And exhale, sink down. Keep those knees soft, both the front and the back. And inhale, stretch up. Now we're going to open to warrior two. Right arm in front, left arm behind. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, sink into it. You guys have got this. And inhale, stretch and open that chest. Exhale, sink down. Okay, so now we're going to inhale. We're going to rotate to warrior three. Both arms come in front. I'm going to shift 70% of my weight to that lead knee, to that lead foot. So to my right foot. Toes of my left foot stay on the mat. And then I'm going to shift 100%. Keep the toes barely on the mat, or you can lift that leg. Use your chair for support if you need to. Make sure that supporting knee stays bent. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, sink down. One more time. Inhale, stretch, long spine. And exhale, bring it back slowly here. Arms come back down at your sides. We walk those feet back together, heel to toe. Awesome job. That's our warrior series. We're going to go through that one more time as promised before we take it more to our Pilates section. So let's switch back, starting again with that left leg leading. So let's go ahead, take that left foot forward. Heel of the left foot lines up with the center of the right foot. Both knees are soft. And we inhale, stretch overhead to warrior one. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, stretch. Shoulders low, long spine. Exhale, open to warrior two. Left arm in front, right arm behind. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, sink down. And inhale, open. Exhale, sink. Rotate both arms forward to warrior three. Shift 70% of the weight to that left or that lead foot. Keep the toes just gently down on the mat of the right foot. Then shift 100% of your weight to your left foot. Gently lift that leg. Use your chair or your wall for support if you need to. Inhale, stretch forward, long spine. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, slowly bring it back here. Arms come down at your sides. We walk those feet back together, heel to toe. Fantastic job, you guys. Back to the right side for the last set of the first series. So now my right foot comes forward. Again, focus on as you go through each movement, making sure that the weight stays evenly distributed between your right and your left foot. So, except for when I'm telling you to shift the weight, you want that equal distribution of weight. So both knees are bent, soft knees, belly button is facing my lead foot or my right foot here. Shoulders back to open the chest. Inhale, stretch overhead. Nice long spine here. Warrior one, exhale, sink down into it, really opening the hips. Keep that belly button facing forward as much as you can. Inhale, stretch it up. Shoulders stay low though. Exhale, sink down into it. Good, deep breath in. Now we're going to exhale, open to warrior two, right arm in front, left arm behind. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, sink down. And your gaze should be right over that right thumb or that right fingertip. Inhale, open. Exhale, sink. Now we're going to shift our weight. Both arms go forward. Here comes our balance pose. Shift 70% of the weight to my right foot here. Toes of the left foot are just barely touching the mat. Now I'm going to shift 100% of my weight to my lead or my right foot. If you feel so comfortable, go ahead and lift the left or the back leg. Use the chair for support if needed. Inhale, stretch it, long spine. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, sink and slowly bring it back. Arms come back down to the sides. We walk those feet back together, heel to toe. Excellent. Round two, you guys, here we go. So here's where we pick up the intensity just a touch. This is also where we start using the ball. So first things first, we're going to be doing plies. And you probably are going to need me to move back a little here. So when you're doing plies, tuck in the glutes under to engage your core, to engage your stomach muscles. Knees are always slightly bent. Now the goal here would be to keep the arms up, so you're squeezing those shoulder blades together and you're actually using those muscles through the upper back and the arms in order to hold here throughout the whole pose or throughout the whole movement. Now, if that's not comfortable, you can keep one arm down if you need the support or the balance. And all you're going to do with the plies, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 10 plies. We're going to do a 5-count pulse at the end and a 5-count hold. So if you're keeping arms up, plies look like this. We come down, we press up, slow and controlled. Inhale down, exhale, press up. So we're here for 10. On the last one, we're going to hold down. If you want to challenge it more, you're going to lift onto the balls of your feet when you do that pulse and hold, or you can keep the feet flat on the mat. All right, so here we go. Plie for 10. And don't forget to breathe. Let's take it down for 1, 2, good. And these are all about slow and controlled, because if you get fast and sloppy, you tend to lose the benefits to the core, to the back, to the lower body. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to keep it down on 1. Again, you can either keep the feet flat or you can lift. Now we're going to pulse for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heels down. If you have them up, walk it back to center. Awesome job, you guys. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our ball if you have one. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do on the ball. We're going to go through a series of rollouts. If you don't have a ball, this is where you're going to do a plank. So rollouts, I need to work around my dog. So I apologize. He got in trouble for running to the neighbors. So he is in timeout and will not get off my yoga mat. So I'm going to move this down so you guys can see exactly. Apologize for any motion sickness that I give anyone here, but I want to make sure that you can see the whole motion. So if you're doing the rollouts with the ball, they look like this. Forearm starts on the ball. We roll out to the tricep. So we're going to be there for 10. Looks like this. The biggest thing is keeping that back nice and straight, okay? So we're there for 10. If you don't have a ball, here's what it looks like. You are just in that modified plank. Now, there's one of 2 versions. You can either bring it down on your knees and your forearms and hold there for a 10 count, or you can have it just down on the knees, making sure that you keep your hands under your elbows, elbows under the shoulders, okay? So I'm going to do rollouts for my first set. Second round through, I'll go ahead and do that plank motion. Okay, guys, ready? Here we go. Tuck, keep those backs nice and flat, the glutes tucked under, and we roll it out for 1, or you're planking. Now, if you're doing your rollouts, make sure you exhale through that motion. Almost there. Last 5, 4, 3. This is great for your upper abdominals. 2. We're going to hold it out on the last 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Go ahead, if you've got the ball, sit back on your sits bones or your heels, stretch it forward. That can put a little bit of pressure on the low back, so you just want to make sure you stretch it out good. Roll back to center. Okay, so remember, second set through, I will go ahead and do that without the ball. Now what you're going to do, if you have your ball, and I will also give you the modification without, is we're going to work the obliques as long as we're down here. So elbow under the shoulder. Ball is going to be either between your calves or your feet. The higher up you have it, the harder it is to control it. So I would say start out low. You can always move it up as it gets easier. Arm is up and bent, and all you're doing is lifting elbow to the knee for 10, holding for 5, okay? Ready, and take it up. Now, if you don't have a ball, no worries. You're just going to keep those legs at about a 45-degree angle, and you're still going to lift elbow to knee. So you're basically really keeping your legs stationary so that you're holding your imaginary ball. Works just as well. You just have to really have a little bit more muscle control, and remember not to allow your legs to relax. Okay, here we go. Up for 10, hold for 5, ready, and lift for 1. And make sure you exhale and inhale, never holding your breath on these. Last 5, 4, 3, whoops, I'm losing my ball here, 2, last 1, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Excellent, go ahead. Release the ball if you're using a ball, walk it up nice and slow. Switch sides. Here we go, guys. Again, reminder, elbow under the shoulder. Hand is flat on the mat. Ball is going to be between your ankles or calves. And I'm here. Squeeze those inner thighs so that you're really holding on to that ball appropriately and that you're not losing control like I did. All right, take it up for 10. And remember, again, just don't hold your breath. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1. You guys have got this. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good job. Take the ball out. All right. So Pilates style push-ups is the last part of this section before we repeat. My goodness, I'm having a hard time enunciating our second set or our second round through. So Pilates push-ups are going to look a little like this. If you have a ball, these are actually, I think, easier than a basic push-up, but you guys will have to drop me a message. Let me know what you think. Hips pressed into the ball. Feet are shoulder width apart, toes pressed into the mat. Keeping those hands wide on the ball. What you're going to do is squeeze the shoulder blades. You're going to push up, and you're just going to let your pelvis touch the mat before you go into that next movement, okay? So we're here for 10. Now, you can do full push-ups on the mat. And if that means you're doing 10 or if that means you're doing 5, either way is okay. Or you can take it down to the knees and do your push-ups. So either way, again, second round through, I'll go ahead and do push-ups on the mat. So here we go, guys. Push-ups for 10, Pilates style push-ups if you're on the ball, arms wide, toes pressed to the mat, and make sure not to hold your breath. Take it up for 1. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to hold it up on 1, keep it there, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring yourself all the way down. Good job, you guys. Stretch it out. Drop the back if you were using the ball. You guys have got this. Great job. Roll it in. Okay, so we are on to round 2, part 2, and we only have one section left, and it's a short one after that. So here's what we're going to do, guys, is we are going to go ahead and go right through everything that we did without the ball. So first set, if you had the ball, that's totally fine. If not a big deal, but if you have the ball, you're going to continue or you're going to repeat those rollouts for 10 and hold for 5, which look like this if you're just joining me. Forearm to tricep for 10, and then we're going to hold for a 10 count. If not, you are in plank position, either modified or full. And I'm going to turn this way so I can see my clock and make sure that I give us our full workout. Okay, so ready, rollouts or plank, and take it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Bring it down. Stretch it out. Drop it here. Good job, you guys. Rollout's complete. We're going to go into those side lifts next to work our obliques. So taking it onto your side. Now remember, if you have the ball, it's between your calves or your ankles. Arms are here, and we bring the elbows in these together. It's a little easier when you don't have a ball to get a higher lift, but try to keep in mind it's not about how high you go, it's about the control that you use. So you want to control this motion on the way up and on the way back down. Reminder, elbow stays under the shoulder. We open that chest for good breathing. Point the toes. If you don't have a ball, it helps you to kind of keep your, oops, I have a tag on these, to keep your body in alignment and to keep the core engaged. So lift for 10, ready, take it up for 1. Oops, my ball is in the way. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Excellent. Switching sides. Use that ball if you have it, or if you feel comfortable using it. It's also okay if you feel like it was too much after your first set to just go ahead and either take your repetitions down or do the exercise without the ball. Elbow under the shoulder, and we lift for 10. And just make sure to keep breathing through that motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Excellent. Walk it back to seated. And we're ready to finish off either with our Pilates push-ups using the ball or basic or modified push-ups on the mat. So it's 10 no matter what. 5 count hold on that last one. I'm going to go ahead and do my first 5 regular push-ups, second 5 on my knees, and then do that 5 count hold. All right, ready and go for 1. You guys have got this. 5 more, and 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back to child's pose. Stretch it out. Good job, you guys have got this. Roll it up nice and slow. We are headed into our last segment. So this is a short one. There's only 3 exercises to this piece. So what you're going to do first set is you're going to do drop downs with the ball. And then second set, we're going to do scissor crunches with the ball. And then we're going to stretch it out for the third. So I'll show you with the ball first time through, without the ball second time through. So drop downs, you're going to take that ball in between your legs or in between your calves. Go ahead, support your low back by making a triangle with your hands, placing it under your back. Take yourself all the way down to the mat here. And then ball comes up. So you're just using your hands to support your low back. We drop down for 10, we pulse 5, and we hold 5 on this one. So Drop it down as far as you feel comfortable, bringing it back up. Ready, and take it down for 1. Make sure you guys are breathing here. And having fun, of course. Just as important. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it down on 1, pulse it, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down, excellent. Go ahead, keep that ball handy, lift to bridge to stretch out your hip flexors here, because those are gonna get a little tight from holding that ball and doing that motion. Now when you're lifted to bridge, you wanna make sure that your upper back stays pressed into the mat, your hips and center of your back are lifted, and then you're taking that deep breath in as you push your pelvis up toward the ceiling, exhaling 1 vertebra at a time, so you're using your core muscles as you press that back, hips and glutes back down into the mat. Excellent job. So now onto bicycle. And if you don't have a ball, all you're doing with that one is same thing, supporting those low back with your hands and doing that half drop with the pulse and hold. My apologies, I didn't tell you guys that ahead of time. So now with bicycle, with the ball, I'm going to take my left leg first, place it on top of the ball. So it's behind my left calf and on top of my right shin. So this is going to work your lower abdominals as well as your obliques a little bit. Hands, again, are triangle shape, supporting my low back. And smaller motion, drop down, lift up. 10, pulse 5 and hold. Ready, take it down for 1. Remember the breathing. 5 more, and 4, 3, 2, keep it down on 1, pulse it, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Go ahead and let the ball drop to the mat. Lift to bridge. Press the pelvis up toward the ceiling. Again, lifting as far up as you can, but still keeping those shoulder blades pressed into the mat. Inhale. Pelvis is up toward the ceiling. Now we exhale down 1 vertebra at a time, bringing that upper back to the mat first. Low back, hips and glutes always come down last. Excellent. So of course, switching sides, our left leg was on top last time, so now the ball rests on our left shin. Our right calf goes on top of the ball. And here we go. Support that low back with your hands. Down 10, pulse and hold for 5 and 1. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it down on 1, pulse it, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1 for 5, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Bring it down. Press it to bridge here. Remember, feet stay pressed flat into the mat. We lift those hips or that pelvis up toward the ceiling. Upper back is lifted. Shoulders, head, and neck are pressed down to the mat. Nice deep breath in. Exhale it down 1 vertebra at a time. Again, rolling that upper back down first. Center of the back. Hips and glutes come down last. Walk those feet back together. And what we're going to do now is that last sequence. So that was easy enough. We're going to do all of that without the balls. So I'm going to set my ball to the side here. You guys are doing awesome, by the way. Frank, you're doing good too. Thank you for staying out of the way, buddy. Okay, so drop downs. 10, pulse 5, hold 5. So the only thing that you're going to do different here is no ball. You're going to keep those feet about hip or mat width apart. You're still going to support your low back with your hands. Keep the chin tucked into the chest, so legs start up. We drop down just as if we're holding that ball. You can bring that angle a little bit more narrow if you want to. You can also turn the heels in and point the toes more to engage the thighs a bit more. So we're down for 10. We pulse 5 and hold. Ready, take it down. You guys have got this. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it down on 1. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those legs down. Feet towards the glutes. Lift to bridge. Stretch out the hip flexors. Stretch out the thighs. Deep breath. Exhale. Press it down. Use the core. 1 vertebrae at a time. Walk those feet back in. We go to bicycle. So a little different here than with the ball. I'm going to have my left knee in toward my torso. Extend the right leg. All I'm going to do here is rotate. So I'm going to lift my extended leg or lift my right leg, pointing the toe as I rotate the right elbow up toward the left knee. So we're going to rotate here for 10, and my hands are just barely touching my neck. They're just there kind of gently supporting it. Never pull on your neck when you're doing these. So make your stomach do all the work. 10, pulse 5 and hold. Take it up for 10. Really get that rotation in, elbow to the knee. Don't pull on your neck. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it up on 1. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down nice and slow. Go ahead, pull both feet in towards your glutes. Lift to bridge. You guys, we're going into our last set, and then we're just going to stretch it out. Exhale it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Upper back first, low back, hips and glutes come down last. Walk those feet back together. All right, so this time, right knee is in, left leg's extended. We take those arms, we support your neck, never pulling on it, just gently cradling your head for support. And then we're going to rotate that left elbow up to the right knee as we lift the left leg. So we're up for 10, pulse 5 and hold. Keep up the good work, you guys. This is it. Take it up for 1. And remember your breathing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it up on 1. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down nice and slow. Good job, you guys. Press those feet into the mat. Lift to bridge. Deep breath in. Exhale down 1 vertebrae at a time. Upper back first. Low back. Hips and glutes come down last. Walk those feet in. Draw those knees into your chest. Roll side to side here. Stretch out that low back. Keep your chin tucked into your chest here. Now grab the hamstrings. Keep the knees pulled to the chest. We're going to rock it back and forth here. If you feel comfortable, you can take this one up to seated, or you can just gently roll yourself up. Good. All right, so let's stretch it out. Crisscross applesauce here. Bring those legs in close to the body. Open the chest. Press the knees down toward the mat. Good. Inhale. Bring the arms behind you. Pressing your palms into the mat. Now exhale, bring those fingertips of the right hand overhead. Inhale, stretch it up. Fingertips pull towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing it back down behind you. Good. Open the chest. Inhale, stretch those fingertips up. Exhale, bring it overhead. Inhale, stretch them up. Exhale, back down to the side. Good. Deep breath in. Inhale, stretch both arms up. Lock the fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Walk those fingers out in front of you. Stretch. Keep those sits bones pressed into the mat. Stretch the low back forward. Roll it back up to seated. Nice and slow here. Extend your right leg in front of you. Draw that left leg over. Rotate into it and hold. You guys did an awesome job today. Thank you for joining me for my last workout of 2020. Let's all hope that 2021 is a much better year, a healthy and happy year for everyone, and that we can get through this little bit of craziness and get back to normalcy. Switch sides. Pull that right leg in, extend the left, and rotate into it. And back to center. Awesome job today, you guys. Thank you again for joining me. Please watch. After January 1st, a fitness challenge will be coming out for me, and there is also currently one that just came out for those of my Ho Chunk Nation Facebook fitness friends. Some that came out from our Black River Falls, from our exercise physiologist Kathleen there, so please partake in that. And also watch for my snowshoe / winter hike series with some fun prizes in the works. So please have a wonderful, safe, and happy New Year's, and I will see you guys all next year. Have a great day.